Good morning. Good morning. My name is Rodney Glove. I'm the candidate for governor for Florida. I am non-party affiliated. When I tell you that what I'm trying to do will work and has worked, it's because citizens have been using it. Matter of fact, citizens have stepped up to the plate 36 times. 36 times to use Article 11, Section 3 to bypass legislation that was not listening to them. Let me tell you what they did. Starting in 1976, they required public disclosure of campaign finances. Citizens wanted to know who the heck is paying you so we can stop voting for you. They put in 3-day waiting periods between purchases and delivery of handguns. They put in an 8-year term limit on most elected state officials. This was all done by citizens, not your elected representatives. Prohibited entangling nets in Florida waters. They required polluters to pay Everglades cleanup costs. They established permanent conservation trust funds. They extended indoor smoking prohibition. They required free, universal pre-kindergarten. This was in 2002. They required maximum class sizes in public schools. They banned gestation crates for pregnant pigs. I'll just not say they. We set state minimum wage at $6.15 an hour adjusted for inflation. We reformed redistricting to prevent gerrymandering. We reformed redistricting to prevent gerrymandering. This was something that citizens wanted. We reformed Senate redistricting processes. We dedicated 33% of excise tax revenue to land conservation. We legalized medical cannabis for qualifying conditions. We gave voters exclusive rights to authorize casino gambling. We restored voting rights to 1.4 million returning citizens. We banned public officials from paid lobbying for 6 years after they leave office. We banned gambling on dog races. We phased increase to $15 an hour minimum wage. This was done by citizens under Article 11, Section 3. Nothing that the governor or your representatives pushed. This was something that citizens were pushing, and they got citizens to help with that. Now, let me tell y'all what happened, what the legislature did, because citizens went around them instead of asking them to do something that they were not going to do. Let me tell you what they did. In 2006, they said, forget this. They raised the passage threshold from 50% plus one to a 60% minimum. In 2020, they tried to require initiatives past 2 consecutive elections. This is what they were doing so that you and me would not be able to use a constitutional right. This is what the representatives you elected were doing. This is what they were passing. They capped individual contributions to initiative campaigns at $3,000. This was to make sure that if you had a grassroots campaign, that you weren't able to raise enough money to get enough commercials, to put out the money to make sure that people could hear you. And in 2025, House Bill 1205 banned per signature pay, added registration fees, and limited sponsors to one initiative at a time. This is what was happening. This is what was happening, and what your and our elected representatives were doing to stop you from being able to get the things that benefit you. Florida citizens have used Article 11, Section 3 20 times to pass laws in legislature refused to pass. Out of the 20 times legislature said we're not passing it, Florida citizens had to get together under Article 11, Section 3 to pass that. The legislator's response was to spend 20 years systematically dismantling the process. HB 1205, signed in 2025, is looking like it's going to be that final blow, and a federal judge is currently deciding whether it is constitutional or not. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that I'm trying to be a governor to govern this structure, it is to make sure that the people you represent are literally passing bills, are literally passing legislation because they want to limit the voice of the many. Bottom line, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, because even though this state was Republican ran for 40 years, the average citizen said, hey, we need to reform. We need to reform redistricting to prevent gerrymandering. This meant that the citizens did not agree with gerrymandering. I don't care about the one or two people that pop up on TV and swear up and down that they speak for the many because, like I said, if you have an R or a D in your name, these people say that you want what they want. But when you go and look at what citizens wanted, they did not want the same thing that the representatives wanted. I will be a governor to ensure that we get what the citizens want. I just need your support to write my name on that ballot. You've heard it here. You can look it up for yourself. Article 11, Section 3. We cannot lose this power, citizens. We cannot let them take this away. And that's what they propose. That's what your representatives propose. I'm non-party affiliated. That's what your representatives proposed. So you find out which one of your Republican representatives and which one of your Democratic representatives supported House Bill 1205. And you let them know that you're going to put a governor in the seat that's going to ensure that constitutionally, under his amendment of Section 1, he's going to add, under his amendment of Article 1, he's going to add Section 27 that's going to ensure that you can never again try these tricks. Thank you for your time. You guys have a great morning.